modern fingerstyle and subsequently found fame after uploading his videos to the internet.
He spent the last 5 years touring the world and performing his craft to fans everywhere. In fact, he was fresh from a gig in LA when I spoke with him earlier today, and I posed the question, when exactly did you first start playing guitar?
I guess I first started playing guitar when I was about 12, when I moved from sort of Bristol to Hampshire to a new school, and I decided to get a guitar because the cool kid at school had one.
Yeah, really?
Fit in. Yeah, absolutely. So I was super obsessed with the electric guitar vibes for a while, and then moved on to acoustic at about age 17, and since I picked up this acoustic guitar, I just haven't looked back, and the past 10 years has been my life, really.
You did a reverse Bob Dylan. You went
a reverse Bob Dylan,
electric
exactly.
To
I went from
acoustic.
Guns N' Roses to the Beatles or something.
So music's always been a big part of your life, and even more so the last few years. Tell us a little bit about how you ended up developing sort of your unique style, the style you've become well known for online and now around the world.
Well, the style that I play is becoming more popular for sure, and I'm certainly not the first person to play like this. I guess back in the 80s, people like Michael Hedges over in the States, a lesser known guitar player over here for sure, but he started experimenting with a lot of different tunings on the acoustic guitar, much like people like Joni Mitchell, and also playing around with the guitar's body and a lot of interesting extended techniques. And I guess recently this style has become known colloquially as modern fingerstyle guitar, if you were to search for it in Google, you know. So I'm part of a small but growing scene of players doing this all over the world, and it's a pleasure to be a part of it.
Well, it's exactly what it clearly takes a lot of skill and a lot of rehearsal. Can you give us a very quick demonstration of what sort of modern fingerstyle guitar looks like?
Wow, sure, I guess. Well, I mean, traditionally guitar, you know, we play our chords down here in our left hand, but we have this wonderful right hand and a hollow box to play with, so what you can do is start adding in little percussive elements into things, and eventually sort of self-accompanying yourself.
Little enjoying it.
Little drum beats and things like that.
Fantastic. And basically back in 2013, you were living in Bristol, you were doing odd jobs and stuff like that, and then you had the idea of putting a video up online. Can you run me through what happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was in a duo project that kind of fell apart when I left uni. I was actually over in Bath studying, and then I decided to go solo and did this arrangement of a song called "Somebody That I Used to Know" by Gautier down in Australia. Maybe you remember that big pop hit a few years ago, and it went mega viral on the internet and kind of spawned a little career, which I've been very fortunate to somehow snowball and keep going to now, 5 years later. Very grateful for people still being interested in what I'm doing. I've got a second album coming out in a few days' time, and we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I love stories like this. You just thought, you know what, I'm going to get this up online, see what happens, and then you've had a 5-year career out of it. Tell us about some of the places you've travelled to and played at.
It's crazy. I mean, it's the power of the internet, you know. I mean, people sharing your stuff, it's the most important thing for sure. And I've been fortunate. I've been able to go over and play in the Middle East. I've been to America many times, Australia, Asia, all the continents except for the one with the penguins, right? Yeah. And also along the way I picked up a gig playing for Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, legendary classic rock band from the UK, of course. And we're actually going out on a tour. I'm supporting him and playing with him. We're just starting a UK tour in a few days' time, which will be going all over the UK. It's just always a lot of fun to play with Justin. Big hero of mine for sure.
Fantastic. Is that ideal to be playing alongside one of your heroes?
It's amazing. You look over to the left of you and you've got the guy that wrote Nights in White Satin. It's incredible.
Well, Mike Dawes, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Mike Dawes there, very interesting and talented guy, and we'll be hearing a track from his latest album, Era, later on in the show. But still to come on, big fan, he left me a copy, it's amazing. But still to come on today's show, we have Breakfast Roulette Disco. I spent